always in my plans. Battle the kid is white flags. Not on my level where I stand. Got it, I'm shooting a hot hand. Out of the gym, I was locked out. I failed, the kid was a dropout. I changed the game and it's up now. The city that need me is clear now. The people is giving the damage. The people is giving the...
Sandman, I can tap dance through the energy blast. Run flat, never pop your orbit. I keep energy in storage. I see spinning the globe, my fingertip itch. If I could pluck the earthquake hit. Look at the wrist, look at your body, I shake it and shift. Big fish in a small pond. Godzilla with a boot on. I step into your lawn. Turn skyscrapers into croutons. Hit the button going high speed. Need a megaphone to announce me. I move through the pygmies. In the top pick, got a big fleece. Sit back, better breathe deep. Look around and they looking at me. 10 toes still never defeat. Push button never needed a key. IC they ain't ready for me. Hot boy still 100 degrees. I cross eyes and I dotted the T's. E&D till I leave in peace.
The people is giving the damage. The people is giving the... The people is giving the damage.
give it all. All that I got will never stop, I give it all. Straight to the top, will never stop, I give it all. All that I have, I let it be, cause nobody's better than me. What do you see? Give it all. Yeah, all that I got, I give it everything. They lost the plot, they think I'm menacing. They wanna talk, but I ain't settling. Circle is tight, feeling like better rings. Whole lot of globe trotting, man, they don't know nada. Bro, gotta show something to me and go harder. So proper, nah, not that, we sure gotta give it all raw now, like Don Goddess. All that I got will never stop, I give it all. Straight to the top, will never fly, I give it all.
It's girls' night here at Mount Gilead High School as we get set for some KMAC action on a special Friday night between the East Knox Lady Bulldogs and the Mount Gilead Lady Indians, two teams that split their season series a year ago. We'll see if that stays the same, if one of the teams can break out here tonight and get themselves off to a solid start in KMAC play. We'll take a break, come back live and free on the OH Report.
Hi, I'm Joe Baylog. Tune into The Joe Show every Wednesday night here on the OH Report.
At the Killbuck Savings Bank, you can expect great products and service from a fellow Knox County Chamber member. Now offering premier card processing solutions and services, ensuring the business owners understand their credit card processing fees. We have a wide selection of card processing solutions that provide lower fees, faster payment, additional security, exceptional marketing features, and help to improve your business operations and customer experience.
At Knox Community Hospital, your primary care physician is more than someone who delivers your test results, more than someone who writes prescriptions, more than someone who listens to your heart. We are your healthcare partner who takes the time to know you, listen to your concerns, and provide you with expert personalized care to make and keep you well. Because to us, you're more than just numbers on a chart. You're a neighbor and a friend. Knox Community Hospital, in the community, for the community.
And welcome to your OH Report pregame show, brought to you by Morrow County Jobs and Family Services. 419-947-9111 is your number to call for anything Jobs and Family Services related here in Morrow County. Jonathan Langdon alongside Craig Faldy. Our camera operator is Oliver Kramer here tonight. And the Grinch is rocking a nice little costume here tonight. Coach Vooch head coach for Mount Gilead, rocking the Christmas spirit as this is, I don't know, my last broadcast before Christmas, but I don't know if you're on the schedule anymore, but Christmas is coming around the corner.
Christmas is right here next week. Pretty exciting. We're going to take a mini break here at OH.REPORT, but I do love the costume. Probably could only get away with that in your home court.
Well, the Grinch hates Christmas, but he loves some basketball here tonight, and he's got some on a Friday night, taking on East Knox, a team that split the season series with his Mount Gilead Lady Indians, and they struggled a little bit. They finished in 6th overall in the KMAC, and they're already off to a 2-4 start here this year.
Yeah, I think it's an important game for actually both teams, but for Mount Gilead, if they can get the win here, they're 2-3 in the league. It can get them to 500, which is where they were at last year. It gives them a chance to finish in the top 4. Same thing when you're talking about East Knox. Only 1-3 in the conference. A lost here. They're going to be in the bottom 4 for quite some time. It's going to be a little more of an uphill battle. So it'll be a great win on the road here for East Knox.
East Knox 39 points a game on offense. It's going to be very similar for Mount Gilead, a low-scoring offense. So that could be very well where the direction that this game goes. Also because Sydney Opfer, the star player for East Knox, is not out there warming up. So she will likely not play. I don't think she's even here tonight, to be honest, but I think it's going to be more committee. But if we did have to pick a player spotlight, Isabel Bostic, sophomore, brings some young life to this team. 5 points per game. That's towards the top of the offense last year.
Right. They were a low-scoring team last year, and without Sydney on the court, then it's up to the younger kids to step in, maybe make up for the difference. So looking forward to seeing if she can increase that scoring average.
And then also you've got Reese Todd, a senior, and then another senior with Ella Diven, Molly Totten, third senior right there. Those three will also be names to watch out for. As I said, it's just going to be a committee sort of performance here tonight if East Knox can pull it off. Let's go ahead and talk about Mount Gilead as we move on here. And Mount Gilead and the Lady Indians, they've been to back-to-back district tournaments despite last year only going 13-12. The year before they won a KMAC title. So it's not Jerry Vent. Coach Vucevic has had this team in good positions in the postseason. Regular season, a different story.
Yeah, definitely. They've got that experience in the tournaments, done very well, have a pretty decent tradition here as well. Interestingly enough, I'm just looking at the scores here that you can see on the screen. They only scored 7 points against Centerburg. It was a juggernaut. We've seen them a couple times this year. That I'm sure that was a little culture shock for them. And looks like they come back and got a little bit better after the fact. Yeah,
and those three teams right there, Fredericktown, Loudonville, and Centerburg, probably the top 3 in the KMAC. So tough stretch for Mount Gilead, but they have a chance here against East Knox. And Faith White is the one that's going to lead them to some success potentially. First team last year in the KMAC, 11 points per game this year.
Yeah, definitely a great all-around game, averaging double figures, 5 rebounds a game to boot. And on top of that, I think even more, 3 assists as well.
Yeah, so Faith White, she'll be the piece wearing number 15. Some other names to note, Kendall Neal, 5 points per game. She's a junior. And then also Danielle Pohlkotte was another player that we spotlighted. I believe it was the season opener for the Lady Indians when last time we saw them here in Mount Gilead High School. Pohlkotte had a big performance and got them off to a solid start. Again, they're 4-3, but it's been a tough KMAC so far this year.
Yeah, well, they had the 3 toughest games they're going to face all year, right? And they've already got through that gauntlet. Maybe the next time they face those 3, because they'll play them twice this season, maybe they'll fare a little bit better. But it's very key for them to get a victory here tonight, keep themselves in the top 4.
And I just think overall the KMAC, very similar, unique. Something I was thinking about earlier today. KMAC very similar. Volleyball and basketball, the standards are nearly getting close to identical with the exception Mount Gilead. They didn't have a great year in volleyball. They were towards the bottom, but they're kind of slide up, and then everybody else above them goes down. And after you get to, or before you get to Loudonville, Centerburg, and Fredericktown.
Right. So, yeah, once again, just these are important games when you get middle of the road teams facing each other. You got to get yourself a little bit of momentum going into the new year, especially into the holidays. Feel a little bit better about Christmas next week with the W.
And I don't have a graphic for this, but I'll just read off the KMAC standings from the website. Centerburg's at number 1. They have still yet to be beaten, 7-0, 5-0 in the KMAC. Fredericktown, 4-1, 6-1 overall. Cardington Lincoln is in third right now at 3-2 in the conference, 3-5, however, overall. And then Loudonville's underneath them. Then you've got Mount Gilead, then Northmore, East Knox, and Danville.
Well, interestingly enough, with those standings, think about this. East Knox only has one win in the league, and I believe it was an upset against Fredericktown.
Yeah, exactly right. So these two teams kind of in the middle, fighting it out. Coach Vucevic was a staple in the KMAC. As I said, postseason success. They've had fantastic things happen in this program. And, of course, players come and go, but players come in and replace them. They had a tough go in their JV game today. East Knox, they don't have a JV squad, so Elgin came in and took their place and got a pretty significant 20-point win over the Lady Indians. But tonight, varsity looking to change things. We'll take one more quick break and come back with starters and keys to the game here, live and free on the OH Report.
At the Killbuck Savings Bank, you can expect great products and service from a fellow Knox County Chamber member. Now offering premier card processing solutions and services, ensuring the business owners understand their credit card processing fees. We have a wide selection of card processing solutions that provide lower fees, faster payment, additional security, exceptional marketing features, and help to improve your business operations and customer experience.
Before we tip off here this evening, want to thank our sponsors bringing you this coverage live and free. Thank you to 8 Sisters Bakery, located at exit 151, just off 71 North in Mount Gilead. Thanks to Morrow County Job and Family Services. Call the number in the description or visit their location in Mount Gilead to see what services are available for your family. Also, Spherion Mid-Ohio is proud to support our local athletes. We know the foundations that make great employees are woven into the teamwork, focus, drive, and perseverance given in each practice and game. Let's get to work. Also, thank you to North Central State College, providing individuals with the knowledge, skills, and inspiration to succeed in their chosen paths. We'll take a quick break, come back with tip-off live and free on the OH Report. And we're back as we get set for tip-off here between Mount Gilead and East Knox with your pregame show. And first off, before we get to tip-off, we want to get to our keys to the game. There's East Knox on your screen. So, Cray, how about we start with them? So I think the big key for East Knox here today is you want to own the paint. That was going to be my key with Sydney Opfer, but I think even more so, you want to make sure you can establish yourself inside without her.
Oh, exactly. It would have been a lot easier with her, like you said, but don't be afraid to do what you do best and just next girl up, right?
And then force bad shots is key number 2. Mount Gilead in the JV game, I saw them shooting a bunch of contested threes, and I think if you fall into that trap in this game, it could get a similar result, 20-point loss for the JV team.
Exactly. So you just want to just maintain the proper pace that's good for you and keep it what's best that's worked for you in the past during this season.
So we talked about what hurt Mount Gilead earlier today. Let's talk about what can help them. Get out and run, I think. If you can get past this East Knox defense in transition and get some easy layups, you'll have a good job there. And then also collapsing on offer post-ups, but hey, there's another case that you don't have to worry about today.
Exactly, but I like your comment about getting out and running. Maybe it's trying to set the pace as the home team with a better record, higher expectations. So demand excellence and move quickly.
So Mount Gilead having their starters introduced. I've been perusing around Facebook today, and I appreciate all of you watching on YouTube. I believe this is a Facebook-wide outage not allowing any of our streams to go live, because as I refresh every 2 or 3 minutes, none of our broadcasts are up on Facebook. So looks like YouTube, for any game you're wanting to watch tonight, will be the destination. So Facebook, you can still check for the posts saying where our games will be on YouTube. The links are all on the game day post this morning. But YouTube, it seems, will be the only destination tonight to watch live and free Friday Night Hoops. Something that we don't often run into with Facebook, but we'll kind of just take the punches and keep going here tonight as Mount Gilead and East Knox are set to tip. Looks like Ella Diven will tip for East Knox. And then Cassidy Irwin will jump for the Lady Indians. Tip is won by East Knox, but Mount Gilead grabs it with Faith White. Quick jumper from Danielle Pohlkotte.
It's always good to hit that first bucket of the game.
Pohlkotte is a very efficient shooter as well, 44% from the field. That was a long 2, and she gets to steal here. How about this start from Mount Gilead? Faith White open for 3, shot way short, rebounded by Jasmine Smith. Nobody picks up Smith until she gets to the paint, and she has it stripped away. Pohlkotte tried to get the basketball. It's tipped out. Last off, Melina Strebe.
Looks like Mount Gilead's going to set up a little bit of pressure on the defensive side, running 1-2-2 full court press on the first possession. Fell back into the man on the second possession.
If you've been watching a lot of girls basketball on the OH report, as Mount Gilead misses a jumper there and East Knox collects 1-2-2, it's not something we're not familiar with here at the OH report. That's what Upper Sandusky runs as well. So Mount Gilead and the Lady Rams with some similar defensive play styles as White has the ball ripped away from her. And a tie-up will go East Knox's way as White hit the deck, but it was a clean one.
Yeah, great sportsmanship to help her up after that. Looked like a very physical play on the jump ball situation.
Baseline inbounds lobbed into Smith. And Reese Todd will take out the basketball, set up the offense. Coach's daughter, head coach Mandy Todd in her 4th season. Ball moving around the perimeter. Here's a drive out to Diven for 3. She misses. Knew it was off right away. Todd gets the rebound, throws another one up, and Mount Gilead has a second rebound. White catches it and goes. Euro step layup through the lane.
You see that quite often nowadays, don't you?
Coast to coast. And a turnover on the other end.
Right now, East Knox looks like they're succumbing to the pressure and momentum of Mount Gilead. 3 turnovers already. Minute and 40 into the game.
So 4-zip Mount Gilead here at home. Ava Baker out top. Almost threw it away. Pohlkotte on the other end. Looking for Kendall Neal, and there's a turnover. Jasmine Smith collects the steal, takes it the other way, stops at the three-point line, and Diven will take a couple dribbles as Pohlkotte defends. So Mount Gilead right now kind of drawing East Knox to try and drive on the sidelines. Lady Bulldogs not budging. Here's a baseline drive into Diven. Ball deflected, back out. Smith for three. And she gets it to go to bring it down to a 1-point deficit. Crossover move, nicely done. I thought there may have been a travel in there. Officials didn't whistle it. We keep going. Backdoor cut. And three, Lady Bulldogs collect it for the steal.
A chance to take the lead here, press it, pushing it down the court.
Todd way long, Strebe the rebound. Another rebound, Diven misses, a third rebound, and now it looks like a tie-up as Diven and Pohlkotte both had hands on it. Arrow this time points towards the Lady Indians.
Back-to-back-to-back offensive rebounds.
And the Grinch is not happy over on the bench.
East Knox playing them straight up, man-to-man defense the entire game so far.
Giving up 4 points thus far. Here's an open three for Mount Gilead. Shot no good, but the rebound there and a bucket. Kenley Trainer. Ball out of bounds, last touched by the Lady Indians. So another baseline out. Strebe will take it.
I was surprised by the pace of this game so far, with both teams only scoring 30-some points a game. They both want to get it up and down the court quickly.
Diving in the post is collapsed on, and it looks like a travel, and it is. You see the steps there on the North Central State College replay. Four and a half minutes to go here in quarter number one. From Mount Gilead High School, thanks for watching live and free on YouTube tonight. Around a screen, good ball movement from Mount Gilead. White floats and rattles it in. It is 8-3 Mount Gilead, 5-point lead.
So 1-2-2 trap we were talking about earlier, broken very easily by East Knox.
Yeah, inside out three as Smith is not able to see it through. Pohlkotte tries to get through two defenders, loses the basketball. Last off, the Lady Bulldogs.
Well, the Grinch was definitely wanting a call on that, and much to his avail, nobody's paying attention.
Another baseline out, this time for Mount Gilead. So the down screen, they were looking for long, no open look, so they'll go to Pohlkotte instead. She misses the three, and the save effort will end up with Mount Gilead. So good job by number 13, Ava Baker, to throw it in and get it off a Lady Bulldog. Ava Baker, 5.6 points per game this year. She'll inbound. Pohlkotte was the intended target. They couldn't find her. They'll go Faith White. White to Trainer. Just able to catch it. Keeps that pivot foot alive. Barely, I would say. Baker into the lane. Shot no good. And now another tie-up. Arrow this time to East Knox.
A lot of jump balls tonight. Reminds me of a junior high game.
And also, so many players have come in and out for Coach Vucevic's side so far.
Yeah, it's interesting to see. Can expect them to be playing hard the entire 32 minutes tonight.
Molly Totten finds herself open. The lefty misses. Rebound down low. East Knox cashes in again.
Totten hit 3 3-pointers the last game in I believe it was the third quarter.
Faith White finds herself open for three. No. Dive in the rebound. Neal defends, almost gets the steal. Diven is hit from behind. She will shoot free throws.
Diven has a really good all-around game.
Yeah.
Offensive, defense, handles the ball well. Nice looking jumper.
She can typically shoot it pretty well. Haven't seen that yet so far, but she's at the stripe, gets a chance to get herself going, and she misses the first. It's a senior-heavy group for East Knox. You've got Opfer, but of course she's not playing tonight. Totten, Diven, Todd, and then Grinnell. So they've got 5 seniors. And it looks like 3 of which that are on the floor right now.
It'll be interesting to see what happens next year. We're going to do a little bit more of NIL recruiting here with no JV team. What are they going to do next year, right?
Hey, we know, I'm sure that every year it feels like the 8th grade class that comes up surprises everybody.
Yeah.
So who knows, that could be the case. Because I know when I watched the East Knox boys team play earlier this week, they had a couple of stud freshmen that started for
exactly.
East Knox. And one of them is a 10-point-per-game plus scorer. So it kind of comes out of nowhere sometimes. I don't know what East Knox's middle school situation is like on the girls' side.
I'm sure Coach Todd has been looking at recruiting and getting more people involved in the program. So hopefully he'll be have 2 teams next year.
Diving in a pickle. Goes back out top. Grinnell is in the game. And a floater by Strebe. We are tied at 8. Catching fire from Trainer. Ball stays in play. Mount Gilead gets the offensive rebound. Nice pass out to White for 3.
She set herself very well that time. You almost felt that was going in as soon as she released.
Yeah, you give her 5-7 feet of space like that, gives yourself some time. And she accordingly knocks it down. Diving up the middle. Just missed that shot. Good rebound by Grinnell down low. Here's a fadeaway and another rebound by Grinnell. And she turns it over, but Grinnell gets 2 offensive boards, and she's going to be taking a lot of those offer minutes and just has to make sure to create some opportunity after getting those rebounds.
Yeah, once she got the rebounds and nothing good was happening, she got a little frustrated and threw the ball away right there, but good to see the aggressiveness on the boards, giving up a little bit of size inside there.
Ava Baker, senior from Mount Gilead, dribbles it off her foot.
It's a little bit of traveling. Called a little late. We'll go ahead and call it for him.
Yeah, she was down to a knee and went up, ran the other way. Official kind of had to process it a little bit, just like I think both of us had to up here.
So watched a little bit too much football right there. Just thought it was a fumble recovery and just got up and ran. East Knox has not changed it a bit on defense, straight man-to-man all the way through. Sometimes I would just like to see them do what they do best, right?
Exactly. Kendall Neal back in the game. Hands off. Cross-court pass, Pohlkotte. Takes a little bump from Diven. No foul call. Sheets triple team. And then a block will be called, it looks like, on Totten, Molly Totten.
You know, East Knox defense is really impressive because if you just sit back, it's nice from our view, right? You can sit there. All those kids are in that triangle. They're seeing the ball. They're seeing their man. They're seeing any movement around them, and always at just right position. Great fundamentals.
Pohlkotte falls on the basketball and a jump ball here. Arrow with Lady Indians. Stay on this side of the court. 44 seconds left.
Only 2 fouls in the game so far. A whole lot of jump balls, so refs are kind of letting them get after it.
I wonder how long it's going to take both teams to kind of realize that and start to get a little more physical here in this game.
Exactly.
I'm sure at the end of the first quarter, both coaches will kind of bring it up. Lefty 3, way short. Ball out, last off. Looks like Mount Gilead, so stays here. 24.5 seconds left in the first.
Not the prettiest shooting first quarter we've ever seen from either side, but we'll get the stats after the fact.
Ava Fawcett gets the inbound, gives to Totten, out to Diven, trying to break that drought from both sides. There's a nice three to tie it back up at 11. 13 seconds to go in the first. Pohlkotte crossover kick. Kendall Neal thought about the three. 5 seconds left. They've got to think about something. Lady Indians, 2 seconds. Ball lobbed up, and it's nowhere near the basket. Buzzer sounds. 11-11. End of the first quarter. So
Great
these
competition.
two teams, stay pretty even. We'll talk about it at the other end of the break as we get ready for the second quarter, live and free on the OH Report.
At the Killbuck Savings Bank, you can expect great products and service from a fellow Knox County Chamber member. Now offering premier card processing solutions and services, ensuring the business owners understand their credit card processing fees. We have a wide selection of card processing solutions that provide lower fees, faster payment, additional security, exceptional marketing features, and help to improve your business operations and customer experience.
Here we are, ready to go with the second quarter, live and free on the OH Report. 11-11, so pretty even there in that first frame, and I think the play was just that too.
Exactly. I mean, not any big differences. Like 12 rebounds for East Knox, only 6 for Mount Gilead, but East Knox turned the ball over 6 times, and Mount Gilead only 2. So pick your poison.
Here is Isabel Bostic, our player spotlight. In
Banks it
replacement
home.
of Offer, and she does get the basket. That's the first lead for East Knox tonight. Lady Indians, nice little zigzag move.
They
but
really
once
sink to
they
the
get
basketball, don't they?
Yeah, once they get inside, there's nothing going for the Lady Indians.
There's a lot of blue inside that paint. Good anticipation there.
See what the call is here. I believe Mount Gilead was out of bounds when they tussled for the ball, and yep, that's the call, and East Knox takes it. Did you say a lot of blue out there?
A lot of blue. And now I'm colorblind. It might be purple.
Yeah, it is purple. It is purple. I just
there you
wanted
go.
to double check.
Glad you called me out on that one. That's funny.
I love that. That's great. One dribble pull up, another miss. Offensive rebound, and Bostic not able to get it to go, but the tip out last off Mount Gilead.
Yeah, my wife would get a kick out of that one. I can never tell colors apart, and could be pretty entertaining. I have to have her do a replay on that.
Oh, East Knox didn't know what the play was. Inbounder gave it right to Mount Gilead, but the layup's missed by White. Bostic the other way. Passes across the court. Totten floater. Rebound by Pohlkotte.
Neither team finding the range today.
And Mount Gilead yet to score here in the second quarter. Just only a minute and a half in. Faith White with some nice pressure from Totten turns it over. Grinnell from the three-point line. No. Pohlkotte comes in and rips it away. Kendall Neal down the floor, finds White. Pull-up jumper, no. White took a beating.
It's good movement up the court. East Knox trying to push the tempo here a little bit.
Now a whistle, and it looks like a shooting foul. And Coach Vucevic is beside himself because he thought Totten was passing the basketball.
Well, if we had a replay on that one, I think you would see that it looked more like a pass.
We'll wait for the first free throw, and then we'll see if we got this. First free throw does fall, so it is 14-11, and here's your replay. Yeah, I thought that was
she
like
was
a
throwing
pass
the
as
ball
well.
back out to the opposite corner. She missed that wildly.
So make it a two-possession game, and it does. Good free throw shooting from Molly Totten.
Timeout by Mount Gilead.
That it is. Coach Vooch wants to talk things over. 15-11 East Knox. It is a 4-0 second quarter.
Be interested if that one would come back to haunt them down the road. You think about, that's a two-possession game right there. East Knox has their biggest lead of the game because of a missed call. Should have been a turnover. Turned it into 2 free throws. Too early to make that as a deciding factor of an any game.
That's something you put to the side, and if this game gets close at the end, and then you can kind of bring that back out.
See, remember when?
East Knox and the Lady Bulldogs on the road, up 4 on Mount Gilead. Lady Indians, if they win today and overcome this 4-point deficit, they would move to 3-3 in the KMAC, as here's a foul. And White was very hyper after drawing that foul on Grinnell.
She thought she was stationary. She's just a physically stronger girl and looked worse than really what it was. But a call nonetheless.
Olivia Long checks back in for the Lady Indians. White will come out and run this play, so inbounding is Ava Baker. She goes right to Long. Lob over top is stolen. Good defense by Melina Strebe. She'll lead the break. Bostic just inside the three-point line. No good. Long the rebound. She goes to Pohlkotte. Danielle Pohlkotte from the top of the key. Misses badly. This will bounce out of bounds.
It's a very, very high arch from way out there.
It's not typical from Pohlkotte. She shoots 36% from 3. That's a pretty high clip.
Had a nice follow-through and such. Might have been her first 3 of the night, though.
Well, she knocked one down in the first.
Did she?
I think she had the first field goal of the game. Ball out of bounds on the dribble. .5:16 and counting left in the second. Now Gilead still no score here in this second frame.
Yeah.
I think the crowd made that call for him.
Yeah, it was a little bit. I couldn't stop laughing. Just a little hesitation call there. Little Joe Biden action going on.
Good call from the East Knox side of the gym here tonight. Strebe almost traveled herself. Bostic calls the play.
Mount Gilead straight man-to-man this whole quarter.
It's a change from their 1-2-2 they ran to start the game. Pohlkotte will now pick up some pressure.
You get a 5-second call so you don't move forward. He wanted it. Coach wanted that call.
East Knox gets away from it, and Bostic gets the bucket on the offensive rebound.
18-8 in the rebound category, East Knox.
And I don't think that we kind of have to say anything about what Coach Vooch does, because whenever we're on this side of the floor, I'm sure that's where the eyes go for the viewer tonight.
Exactly.
Just the Grinch out here tonight in one of the games before Christmas on Wednesday next week. Kendall Neal, nice offensive rebound. Got to look at that as it's 17-13. There's a travel on East Knox. You'll see it here. We were in the middle of the replay earlier.
I think she did a little bit of a slide on that one.
Trainer comes back into the game for Mount Gilead. Off goes number 13. That's Ava Baker.
Coach Vukovic, he does quite a bit of substituting like you stated earlier, keeping these kids fresh. A lot of participation.
Halfway done with this second quarter. Faith White steps past a screen, Throws up a three. No. Trainer goes for the rebound. She stepped out. And now we'll see East Knox make a change. So Reese Todd is in. And Ava Fawcett, the sophomore, goes to the bench. And Ava Fawcett, another player for East Knox that's kind of on the younger side, and she'll bring some nice production in the next couple of years. Also, of course, a lot to bring this year with the East Knox team. Top of the key three. Looked like Strebe knew she missed it right away, and Mount Gilead student section giving it to her.
Enjoying their Friday evening. A low-scoring game as we expected, but the pace is actually pretty good.
East Knox doing a much better job turning over Mount Gilead here in this second quarter. Strebe, floater, made one earlier, can't get that one. 3 minutes to go in the second. Kendall Neal up the floor. Across the timeline, gives it up. Kylie Rigdon getting some of her first minutes, finds Pohlkotte on a back door. Just another short shot. Hail Mary ball ends up with Strebe, missed shot, and we're going back and forth here.
While the score remains the same the entire time.
Cross-court pass, Rigdon, another miss.
Lid on both buckets, looks like.
Yeah, neither team really getting back on defense right now, as that will give East Knox an open look and a miss. And another air ball chant from the Indian student section. Another backdoor cut, and Mount Gilead lost it out of bounds. So just a rough stretch of basketball there the last minute or so.
Yeah, you don't want to diagram that at any point in the game. 17-13 has been that way for quite some time.
It was 11-11 at the end of one. Still 2 minutes left here, but lower scoring quarter overall. Just 2 points for Mount Gilead. Diven misses her shot. And Baker was out of bounds when she caught it, so East Knox will get another chance.
Slow developing outside out of bounds play there.
2 minutes left. Smith surveying the floor, doesn't have anything, goes diving in the near corner. Diving drives, Euro step, layup is through.
That was pretty, a left hand to boot.
Able to keep from dribbling out of bounds just barely, it looked like. And she gets East Knox on the board after a rough couple of minutes.
Well, Gilead's been making some nice backdoor cuts here against this man-to-man defense, but have not been able to score off of it just yet.
I think right now the story of the second quarter is Mount Gilead cannot get into the paint. This East Knox defense has just not let them.
Yeah.
And they try right there, and that's usually what's been happening, just losing it right around the free throw line area.
All 5 girls from East Knox in their purple uniforms are really painting the lane.
Trainer took a quick break. She's back. Long goes back to the bench.
I almost think about doing a 2-man game on one side, just do a pick and roll. Can see what could develop with that.
White loses her defender and misses a three. And it also hurts Mount Gilead because you can't get inside, and your three ball's not falling now.
Yeah.
White thought she got that off of East Knox. Official didn't agree. We're going to stay with East Knox.
Student section having a little bit of fun here at his expense.
To be fair with the official, he didn't have the greatest angle at that play. Diving is blocked. Smith off a screen. Short, Trainer the rebound.
I'll have to buy myself a calculator to count all these missed field goals at halftime.
White with a baseline drive, picks up a blocking foul on Bostic. And there's not hardly been any fouls. That likely doesn't matter with 36 seconds to go. That's just a second team
actually
foul.
Probably a good foul. Like you were saying the other night, a dead foul versus a live, or a dead turnover versus a live turnover thing.
That's the same thing with fouls, yeah. Trainer, extra pass. Pohlkotte.
Really nice play there.
Still
didn't get a shot off.
Yeah, it didn't get any sort of look. Mount Gilead down 6. As that's tipped out by Strebe. Solid defense again.
As you stated earlier in the game, they're kind of letting them drive the lane there and then hoping for a trap and they try to kick it out.
Yeah, they're kind of
banking
banking
on off.
Yeah, they're banking on Mount Gilead just turning the ball over once they start putting the ball on the floor. White up for 3. She's off again. Totten the rebound. 17 seconds left. They've got a fast break opportunity. Totten lays it up. No. Strebe the rebound and in. 21-13 as White will throw one up at the final seconds. No. Totten holds on to it, and East Knox has an 8-point lead to go to half.
Yeah. 10-2 win during that quarter for East Knox. Gives them an 8-point lead here at halftime.
So we'll take the halftime break with them. We'll come back with some halftime stats and some more coverage here on the OH Report. Thanks for joining us on a Friday night for the girls high school basketball on the OH Report.
Hi, I'm Joe Baylog. Tune into the Joe Show every Wednesday night here on the OH Report.
At the Killbuck Savings Bank, you can expect great products and service from a fellow Knox County Chamber member. Now offering premier card processing solutions and services, ensuring the business owners understand their credit card processing fees. We have a wide selection of card processing solutions that provide lower fees, faster payment, additional security, exceptional marketing features, and help to improve your business operations and customer experience.
At Knox Community Hospital, your primary care physician is more than someone who delivers your test results, more than someone who writes prescriptions, more than someone who listens to your heart. We are your healthcare partner who takes the time to know you, listen to your concerns, and provide you with expert personalized care to make and keep you well. Because to us, you're more than just numbers on a chart. You're a neighbor and a friend. Knox Community Hospital, in the community, for the community.
time to wake 'em up. They been sleeping on me, think it's time to wake 'em up. You've been playing it safe, now it's time to shake it up. Playing it safe, now it's time to shake it up. So it's time to make a change. Yeah, it's time to break the chains. Yeah, it's time to bring the pain. Let them know, tell them we are not the same. I'm the one that got the flames. With my team, but you know we come to slay. Let them know that we didn't come to play. Nah, we came to win. I'm ready for anything that they can bring. Bring it on, let me do my thing. I'm a giant, they can move the king. If you never risk it, then you never know. If it's holding you back, you gotta let it go. You gotta give it all you got, you gotta let them know. You are on another level, you are ruthless. Switch it up, it's the new flex. Ruthless, ruthless. Time to go hard and put your game face on. Ruthless, ruthless. This is the moment movies get based on. This is the moment movies get based on. Fire in the bones, watch me fire up the songs. Let it burn 'em, burn 'em, burn 'em. Got the fire in the bones. Our desires, they become who we are. We go hard, giving up, no we're not. Yeah, the first step is showing up. Now we're here blowing up. If you never risk it, then you never know. If it's holding you back, you gotta let it go. You gotta give it all you got, you gotta let them know. You are on another level, you are ruthless. Switch it up, it's the new flex. Ruthless, ruthless. If you never risk it, then you never know. If it's holding you back, you gotta let it go. Yeah, the first step is showing up, now we're here. Yeah, the first step is showing up, hear them chill. Yeah, the first step is showing up, now we're here. We're blowing up, hear them chill. If you never risk it, then you never know. If it's holding you back, you gotta let it go. You gotta give it all you got, you gotta let them know. You are on another level, you are ruthless. Switch it up, it's the new flex. Ruthless, ruthless. If you never risk it, then you never know. Ruthless, ruthless. Give it all you got, you gotta let them know. You are on another level, you are ruthless. Switch it up, it's the new flex. Ruthless, ruthless.
Time for our OH.REPORT halftime show as we collect from this East Knox Mount Gilead game. And East Knox has a lead 21-13, and it was 11-11 at the end of the second quarter. So a 10-2 second quarters propelled the Bulldogs to where we see them now, and then where we see their numbers that we're going to break down to you right now. So here's a look at them. Go ahead and tell me what you think.
I'll tell you what, Mount Gilead had an opportunity there to stay in the game. They're still in it, obviously. 8 points is nothing in this situation, but they were only 1 for 13 in the second quarter shooting. So they're 6 for 26 from the field, 1 of 10 at threes. So their last 3 shots were all 3-pointers, none of them really close. 14 rebounds and 9 turnovers. East Knox not shooting well either. They're at 22% as well, 8 for 35. Free throws, they're 3 for 4. Mount Gilead does not have a free throw, but East Knox is dominating the boards 25-14. And I would guess that pretty much would tell the story of the game of an 8-point lead at this time. 9 turnovers as well.
Yeah, so you see the numbers, and rebounding's a big key, as you said, and turnovers, they've kind of evened out. First quarter wasn't that case because we saw East Knox turning it over a little bit more, and as a result, I think that's why we had sort of a tie game going into the second.
Yeah, I think we talked about it early in that first quarter that I was a little surprised, or we were a little surprised at what East Knox, even though they only averaged 38, 39 points a game, was trying to push the ball down the court. Made a few too many mistakes, excuse me, and then their defense took over from there.
And then both teams had had a rough stretch of things there in the last, I'd say halfway through the second quarter. There was a good 1 or 2 minutes where they were going back and forth both sides, and then just weren't able to score. So it was kind of a drought, and then a 3 broke that up from East Knox, and then they kind of rode that momentum all the way into taking this lead 21-13 with at the end of the half. So we'll take a quick break. We got about 2 minutes to go before the third quarter gets underway, and we'll be back live and free on the OH Report.
At the Killbuck Savings Bank, you can expect great products and service from a fellow Knox County Chamber member. Now offering premier card processing solutions and services, ensuring the business owners understand their credit card processing fees. We have a wide selection of card processing solutions that provide lower fees, faster payment, additional security, exceptional marketing features, and help to improve your business operations and customer experience.
Third quarter just about set to go here on the OH Report. East Knox 21, Mount Gilead 13 here at Mount Gilead High School. Jonathan Langdon, Craig Faldy. Camera operator today is Oliver Kramer. So we'll see Mount Gilead start with the basketball. They'll look to get it in, and they have Kendall Neal who will bring it up the floor. So in that first half, Mount Gilead, they were simply out-rebounded. Offensive rebounds led to a lot of points for East Knox. Offensively also, they haven't been able to get inside, so that right there is a good sign for the Lady Indians as Faith White draws the foul. Will shoot 2.
Yeah, it's the first time they're going to be going to the free throw line all night long.
And free throws, it wasn't just that Mount Gilead wasn't getting there. East Knox wasn't really getting there either. They were 3 of 4 from the line, so maybe things will start to open up and there will be more opportunities at the stripe here in the second half. Mount Gilead makes the first. And if they make the second one, they'd already matched their second quarter total here in the first 14 seconds
14
of the third.
It's been the great halftime talk, right?
And there it is, 21-15.
Going back to the full court press.
Going to try and hurry up East Knox. See, I think the full court pressure is good. I think you want to keep that up even in the half court because they're able to get set into their offense, and you see how open Smith just got there.
Right.
Didn't take the shot.
Yeah, what they're doing is they're running a 1-2-2 or a 2-1-2 full court press and then falling back into a man.
Isabel Bostic, no on the 3. White the rebound. She looks up ahead and finds Kendall Neal. Neal around a screen, back to White. Misdirection, White has a lane. She'll stop, pop, shot, no. Tipped around, and Diven has it up ahead. She gives to, Strebe, and she is fouled. So 2 shots for East Knox.
Well, sometimes you just got to know the angle of your opponent. I don't know if I'd want to foul her right there. It looked like there was no way she's going to be able to bank that in from that angle.
Melina Strebe shooting 2 shots. She's got 4 points here today. First one's missed, so now 3 of 5 from the line. Score remains 21-15. So for the players on the floor, we'll give you score updates. East Knox, Ella Diven has 7 points. That's a team high right now. 5 points for Jasmine Smith. And then also now 5 points after that made free throw for Melina Strebe. Makes it 22-15. On the other side of things, it has been the Faith White show for Mount Gilead. She has 9, and that is far and away the team high scoring 9 of their 15 points. Turnover for the Indians.
2-2-1 is what it looks like. 2-2-1 full court press.
Strebe gets out of a pickle, kicks it out. Todd, corner 3, way long. East Knox, another rebound. Diving, long shot, another rebound, and a block by White. White trying to turn defense into offense. She's cut off. Nice pass into the lane. Floater short. Tipped out. Bulldogs the rebound. Diving is left wide open. Both sides have struggled shooting the 3 here this evening. And then there a foul on the rebound as Kendall Neal went up strong and grabbed it.
Yeah, East Knox 2 of 11 at 3-pointers at this point, and Mount Gilead 1 of 10. But you can tell a little quick halftime adjustment there by Coach Vukovic. Full court press once again, which they started the game with, and then trying to push the ball up the court a little bit quicker.
Mount Gilead, they've been struggling as of late. A 3-game losing streak for them. That's the longest since January of 2023. Here's a backcourt violation, and the offensive struggles continue.
Yeah. Unforced turnover, and actually another adjustment just noticed with Coach Todd's team. They were actually sitting there in a 1-3-1 zone.
Yeah.
First zone they played all day.
And it worked right there, forcing Mount Gilead to a bad pass that rolled all the way into the backcourt. Another open 3 from Strebe, and you just had to think one had to fall, and there it does for Strebe, who's now up to 8 points.
Well
she has the
executed.
team high.
Yep, well executed out of bounds play.
Still fighting for the rebound. Divin does a good job securing. Strebe down the floor, a beautiful pass and a finish.
Might be time for a little timeout for Coach V, possibly. Now he's going to have faith in his kids. 1-3-1 zone defense by East Knox. Showing something different. Albeit the man-to-man was outstanding in the first half.
Extra pass does not result in shot. Trainer out to Neal. She'll hoist one up. Neal for 3.
That one was good from the get-go.
She hasn't really looked to shoot it here today, and there she does and makes it.
Yes, she's a very unselfish player.
Ball tipped out of bounds. Last off of Mount Gilead. Kendall Neal after that 3 has 4.
I'd like to see a replay on that one, how they decipher who knocked that ball out underneath there.
I don't think with the replay we would even be able to tell. It's
Probably
really hard
it's
down
very
there.
close. Let's trust the people closer to the play. Turnover on the out-of-bounds situation.
That ball hits off the foot of Pohlkotte and ends up with Neal. They're going to leave Pohlkotte wide open. She doesn't take the shot. She is now doubled in the corner and takes quite a trip. No call.
That one was pretty interesting. No call. Getting super sloppy out here, but they're running a trap off of that 1-3-1, causing all kinds of havoc out there.
And Trainer inside draws a foul. She'll shoot free throws. But, yeah, I don't really know what to say about that Pohlkotte play in that far corner.
Yeah, she took her third and fourth step without a dribble, but they just kept the play going. But it's interesting to see a trap off the 1-3-1.
Kenley Trainer after that free throw misses is 1 for 6 to start the season from the line. Reese Todd will get a break. She'll go to the bench for East Knox. There's a whistle. I think the official calls a line violation.
Line violation. He said her toe was on the line when she caught the ball and took a dribble. Let's get the replay on that one.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. I don't think we got to the point where the official saw it, because unless we did, and I didn't see anything.
I did not. It's a strangely officiated game at this point.
Coach Vukovic wanted to talk. He got one. I don't think he got what he wanted out of that talk, but he did
He's
get it.
just trying to set the tone, I believe.
And there's a travel on the other end, so kind of trade some calls right there. You'll look at Smith here. Yep, definitely some hopscotch in there. Pohlkotte almost lost it.
Or they're just begging them to throw the ball to the corner so they can set that trap. And there they go.
Here comes another one. Diving almost gets the steal. Neal through two,
Reverse
kicks it
the
out.
ball. It's going to be wide open, and there you see it.
Pohlkotte misses. Totten down the floor. White rips it away. There's a jump ball. Arrow with East Knox.
Well, we can always say that they're letting them play, right?
Yeah, and I think that was a good no call right there.
Yes.
White got all ball. Of course, threw her defender, or threw the East Knox player to the ground. But it was a clean contact on that.
Yep. Just good aggression.
And if you disagree with me, I know broadcasters don't make good refs. That's why we're up here and not down there. 3.5 minutes to go here in quarter number 3. East Knox is breaking out to a 9-point lead. Not make it 11. Offensive rebound and a foul. So they could make it 11 at the line with Jasmine Smith.
Another backdoor cut against Mount Gilead's defense. Diving just missed the bunny.
Jasmine Smith, the junior 5'8" forward, will shoot. She has 5 points so far here today, and she makes it 6.
6-6 this quarter, or do we? No, we've got a actually 7-5. Sorry, East Knox extending their lead to 10.
Smith swishes a second. 29-18, 11-point lead. That's the longest or the largest lead so far today. Neal has it intercepted by Strebe. Strebe with the speed tries to find Divin. Ball's deflected and another jump ball. I know that the over has hit in that category so far. We had so many in the first half.
Yes. So everybody's being aggressive, but they're doing it, let's say, just politely. How's that sound?
3 minutes left here in the third.
Little full court pressure there by East Knox for the first time tonight.
It leads to an open shot, but another miss. And the ref signals for East Knox basketball.
Well, East Knox has doubled Mount Gilead in the rebounding today. We've got 32 rebounds for East Knox and only 16 for Mount Gilead.
Totten waits for her teammates.
Totten, a dangerous three-point shooter, sitting over there in that corner, waiting for her opportunity.
She's got plenty of space over there as well. This offense is really spreading out Mount Gilead's offense.
Very patient. And
They
a nice
find
entry
Totten
pass.
somehow in that crowd.
That was a nice entry pass.
And she turns around, puts it up and in. And Smith almost gets a steal on the other end. She'll knock it out. 31-18, East Knox.
Enjoying their biggest lead of the game.
Neal around the screen. She's not open. She does get herself open and rattles it out. Rebound by Grinnell. Strebe thought about a three, gives it back to Grinnell. Now Divin gets doubled, kicks it back.
It's good patience by East Knox, not forcing a shot when it wasn't there.
Molly Totten just gets that pass off with the left. Strebe from the corner tries another. Shot no good. Another rebound by Grinnell.
Those offensive rebounds have been the big key this game. East Knox just dominating inside.
A minute and a half left, and there's a foul on White. So White will pick up her second foul here of the night.
3 fouls apiece here in the third quarter. Probably double about what we had in the whole first half, right?
Yeah, I believe I had East Knox down for 4 and Mount Gilead for 3. So, yeah, you're correct about that. Strebe, the floater. 33-18.
12 points for Strebe.
Pohlkotte through the lane, out of control on the shot. Totten leads the break, passes it right to White. White cross-court pass, long jumper. Dive in the rebound. Nothing falling for Mount Gilead. That ball hits the official.
Huh. An unfortunate turnover right there, right?
Long looked like she was going to try again. Instead, she turns it over. Ball tips off of Mount Gilead, the official's call, so Bulldogs will bring it up the floor. Strebe, she's had a third quarter. She's up to 12 points on the game.
She's gunning for that MVP of the night.
Exactly right. That's exactly where my eyes are looking right now. 35 seconds left.
Nice little patience on that flex offense.
Totten
Go-to for the last 20 years, right?
Yeah, Totten being very patient right now. She could have taken that shot. They know they want to take the last one.
It'd be nice to keep that 15-point lead.
Totten will take this. No, Strebe is going to get called for a push. 14 and a half seconds for Mount Gilead to get a shot up.
They've only had 9 shots this quarter versus 26 in the first half. They've only made 1.
Big momentum play for the Lady Indians. They need something here to take into the fourth quarter. 5 seconds on the clock. Pohlkotte floats, just misses the shot, but he'll take that. 2 free throws.
It's a good take to the hole there.
So we'll see Pohlkotte shoot. It's been a rough night for her, just 2 points. She misses the first free throw too. It's just been that kind of night for Mount Gilead.
Yeah. Lid on the bucket syndrome.
And it seems like that plague's hit them just the last 4 games now. They make one, 33-19. 1.5 seconds. The clock has not started.
And the clock
has now stopped, of course, at 0.1 seconds as there's a travel called.
I think if I'm the officials, I'd get together and say that was definitely 1.9 seconds.
Yeah.
And just call it the quarter. Otherwise, there was a violation.
Yep,
and
there it is. End of the third.
They've decided to work the clock for themselves, which is actually the right call.
Yeah, right there.
So third quarter is over, 33-19.
Hopefully things will kind of ease up here in the fourth quarter. 33-19, Bulldogs with the lead. We'll take a break. Come back on the OH Report.
At Knox Community Hospital, your primary care physician is more than someone who delivers your test results, more than someone who writes prescriptions, more than someone who listens to your heart. We are your healthcare partner who takes the time to know you, listen to your concerns, and provide you with expert personalized care to make and keep you well. Because to us, you're more than just numbers on a chart. You're a neighbor and a friend. Knox Community Hospital, in the community, for the community.
So here we are in the fourth quarter, 33-19. East Knox with a lead here on the road. Should be a big win for them because they'd go to 3-4 on the year. They go to 2-3 in the KMAC, and it's in Mount Gilead to 2-4, so they're neck and neck in the standings.
Right. Yep. You put East Knox within one game of the top 4 in the league.
Totten carries the basketball. Now will drive in and float it up and in. 35-19.
7 points for her tonight.
White through the lane, gives off to her teammate Irwin. No, Neal, shortest player on the court, gets the rebound. She'll catch it from the corner. No, Totten grabs it. Totten leads it up to Strebe with 12 points today. She stops, dishes to her teammate, and there's another bucket. Bulldogs leaving no doubts here tonight.
Yeah, second half they've been dominated. This 1-3-1 zone has just totally frustrated Mount Gilead.
A minute gone, it's already a 4-0 quarter. Trapping out towards the top now as White drives, kicks. Pohlkotte looking to finally get something going, and it just has not happened for Danielle Pohlkotte tonight.
She's hot. Nope. Thought she might pull the trigger there.
Take some time off the clock. Fawcett to Diven. Totten.
Getting back into that flex offense once again.
Grinnell will throw one up, and she'll hit it. A three from the most unlikely source. Isabella Grinnell cashes in from the beyond the arc.
And going for the steal on the other end.
That will go off of the Bulldogs, however. Mount Gilead survives for this possession.
It's her first bucket of the game. A long three. She did not hesitate either.
And I think that was just because Mount Gilead's not really contesting them right now from three.
Yep.
White tries to pass it down low. It's taken away. I think the deflection there was first by Fawcett. Bulldogs nearly lose it out of bounds. Fawcett with Neal defending, and a timeout called by Coach Todd.
Full timeout. Things working very well for him. Looks like they're just seems more fundamentally sound, especially here in the second half. East Knox over Mount Gilead.
Yeah, and the score right now in the fourth, thanks to Killbuck Savings Bank, you see it's 7-0.
Yeah, and it's just been a couple of minutes. Mount Gilead with only one field goal, a lone three the entire second half. And getting out rebounded once again, 13-3.
I want to take a second to thank our sponsors, bringing us here to Mount Gilead tonight, and will bring us here plenty more times this season, both for girls and boys basketball action. Thanks to Eight Sisters Bakery, thanks to Morrow County Job and Family Services, Spherion Mid-Ohio, North Central State College, Killbuck Savings Bank, and Knox Community Hospital. So, Cray, today's been a weird one. We had jump ball after, I think every quarter's kind of had its theme here today. So first quarter, jump balls left and right, both sides. Second quarter, I think the theme more was Mount Gilead just started to not shoot the basketball very well. And then the third quarter, I hate to say it, but the officials, I don't know what happened in that third quarter.
The kids played and the officials just weren't on the same page. But East Knox certainly took advantage, is just dominated.
Yeah, in that second quarter, when I talk about Mount Gilead's offense kind of getting cold, they only had 2 points in that whole second. It was tied 11-11 at the end of one, and then you see the score that it's at right now. It's just been that kind of game for the Lady Indians.
Yeah, their last three games, I don't believe they broke over 30, have they? Coaches wanting them to work a little clock here, be patient with that flex offense.
And get out of here with a win. Strebe still wants to score, though. She has been the one to be able to shoot well. She misses there inside there. As Neal brings it up the floor. Floater blocked by Totten. Rebound back to Neal. She'll bring it out to the three-point line. And White throws it out as she went for long. Just misconnect on the pass.
Both teams with 15 turnovers, so it's really not a difference in turnovers tonight. It's the rebounding, the lack of shooting from Mount Gilead, obviously, and just better execution all the way around from East Knox.
Get the ball in here. Todd to Totten. Oh, man. Todd hit the deck. She seems to be all right, up and going. Four and a half minutes to go here in the fourth. 40-19, East Knox handling business here on the road.
Just basically running the weave. 4 girls high, 1 low.
Bostic back to Totten. Grinnell hit a 3 earlier. She'll give it up. Bostic up top, nearly got the bounce. Kendall Neal, she's going to get poked from behind, but it'll trickle out of bounds. You can see that the entire way.
Yeah, she's a pretty quick girl. If the track coach is here in the audience, that's somebody you want to keep your eye on.
Yeah, Ava Foster able to get in there, and between East Knox and Mount Gilead, you'd think you'd say that about Mount Gilead with all of those cross-country and track banners that you see literally right on top of that wall that you can't see the top on the screen, but they got plenty of them here in the gym. Kendall Neal, she makes a jumper to make it 21 for the Indians.
Been a lot of buckets, a lot of minutes before that last bucket.
Another offensive rebound for the Bulldogs with 3.5 to go. Crossover from Fawcett. She gets through 3 defenders, but she's ultimately blocked by White. Good hands-up defense. Cross-court pass. Neal fakes the 3, dribbles it out. And over the top.
Looks like an unforced error there.
So another Mount Gilead turnover. 2 subs will come in, or 1 sub will come in. Pohlkotte will take out Neal.
I would have never thought a 23-point lead when it was 11-11 back in the day, right?
Yep. Back in the day is very right, too. It's been a long second half.
Ooh.
A lot of contact there. It looks like a foul. I don't know who they called it on.
I think it's going to go against East Knox.
Yeah, it is. So they get the shove.
We got a timeout coming here, Coach V. It's like 30-second timeout.
That'll be the second timeout called of the day for Coach Vucevic. So 42-19 as a coach, what are you trying to get out of these last 3 minutes? Because you're not going to get the win.
Not going to get the win, but right now let's just say the score is 0-0. I want to win the last 3 minutes. I want to have a little bit of momentum, do a few things that we haven't been doing this game, and take it to the next practice and then into the next game.
Yeah, and after this game, Mount Gilead's going to drop their 4th straight. First 3 games that they lost, we talked about it in the pregame show. Top 3 teams in the KMAC handled their business against Mount Gilead, but this was a game where you thought East Knox, you can break the schneid. Just hasn't gone that way. Bad shooting, offensive rebounds. That's the story tonight.
Yep. At a point-blank range, some of these shots are just missing.
And I'd be interested to know, in your point of view, do you believe in just a bad shooting night, or do you think that's an uncontrollable, or do you?
I think any night can be similar to that, but this is almost it's become a trend with 4 games in a row where you're scoring under 25 points.
Yeah. Is that kind of where you start assessing and just now we got to start looking what are the shots we're taking and what's not falling right now?
Yeah, are we under control? Are we taking the right shot? Are we getting it to the right people? And if not, how do we get them open?
It's gotten silent here. Everybody's shushing here in the gym. White open for three, another miss. And if you're assessing, like, where are we missing? And Mount Gilead, it's at the three-point line.
Yes.
White looks to drive. And it's also those floaters. She gets that one to go. But that's another trend that they like to take those just outside the paint.
Yeah, there always seems to be somebody defending them, though. It's not like they're getting those wide open shots outside of the few threes that they've launched. It's getting a little sloppy out here.
But as you said in the timeout, Mount Gilead's winning the last 3 minutes at the moment, and they get a steal. Faith White spins around and draws a foul. Under 2 minutes, third foul will be picked up on Grinnell.
That's getting a little out of control here in the last about 45 seconds.
Baseline out of bounds play from Mount Gilead. They're looking for Neal. They got her. Neal drives off a screen. Floater, bank, no. Front rim, not generous to Kendall Neal. Fawcett in a trap. Back out to Grinnell. Pass down low. First action for Chloe Tucker. Gets out of a double team. Also first action for Autumn Lehman.
A timeout, maybe, by Coach Todd.
And a double dribble.
Oh, she wanted the timeout before the double dribble, and the officials saying not tonight. Does she still want the timeout? That's the question, and I would say probably not.
So Mount Gilead will take over right in front of Mandy Todd.
She just got her arms crossed saying, ugh, let's just get this over with. Let's go home. Happy bus ride. Up
Let's
by
go
17.
enjoy our Christmas.
That's right.
I believe both of these teams actually I'm actually wrong. Both of these teams are done after today for Christmas. So, yeah, that's pretty much the sentiment right now. I'm sure they'll have another practice, maybe one or two, but
yeah, they're not going to give them that kind of time off. They'd all be pretty tired the next game if they weren't running up and down the court a little bit.
Jump ball called with a minute on the clock. 40-23. This will be Mount Gilead basketball on the arrow.
Well, last 2 minutes, East Knox has been held scoreless.
Again, winning the last 3 minutes.
Yeah, back into their 1-3-1 zone defense again.
Drive around the corner and a big bump. Grinnell just picked up the foul. That's her fourth.
It's the second time she got a call, and just she's physically stronger than the girls that run into her, and
not much she can do there.
What you see after the fact, it's like in a football game where people are shoving each other. The guy who shoves second always gets called.
.51 seconds left. I see the scoreboard is cut off a little bit. Apologies for that tonight. White spin around jumper. Ooh, just can't get it to fall.
That's the kind of night they've had.
Lehman has it poked from behind. It'll go out of bounds. And now they call it Mount Gilead basketball.
Well, this has been an interesting time to observe officials.
I hope the people at home understand how hard it is for us to stay neutral in this one, especially talking about the officials. It has been a bizarre night, to say the least.
Yeah. Just didn't have the control that they need to have.
Neal, another three, no. Rebound, Trainer lost it. Ball still alive, and another foul, and that's going to be Grinnell's night. That's her fifth.
Well, she moved a few people around tonight, get those 5 fouls. Gets a little chuckle from the coach. And
she'll get a standing O, I think, going to the bench right now. And 5 fouls, well done, I guess I would say. She is done for the night. And she's laughing about it over on the bench.
Let's just hope that the Buckeyes are that physical tomorrow night in their game, right?
College football playoff starting tonight. Indiana taking on Notre Dame. Pretty sure that is already underway.
Yeah.
First free throws in for Faith White.
Should be probably 8 o'clock.
Yeah, it's 8:39. Second shot, White sees it through.
Now those free throws looked pretty.
Yep.
She's got great spin on the ball, beautiful arc. Good way to finish. 6-0 since the last timeout with 3 minutes to go. So mission accomplished for Coach B, right?
Yeah, and I think that's what Manny Todd called the timeout for, to kind of just make sure that their team's staying composed here in the last 18 seconds. You won the game. Of course, the last 3 minutes haven't gone your way, but let's get out of here. Enjoy our Christmas.
Right. Probably going to try to have them hold the ball for call it a game, like you said. But Mount Gilead with only 25 points, 4 games in a row. I believe it's that or less. Maybe they had 27 once.
Gotta like that student section chanting Merry Christmas right now.
To the whole gym, I believe.
Yeah. They won't get the result they want here tonight. East Knox, they took care of business today. Here's a ball down the floor. They will get a bucket, and it's going to be for Chloe Tucker, the sophomore.
That was a nice pass.
And that gets someone who doesn't get too much time a nice bucket there at the end.
Yes.
5 seconds left, and Mount Gilead will turn it over one final time. So when we thought they were going to dribble it out, they just wanted to get
they
some
wanted
points
to get that one play.
Yeah, they just wanted to get some points, some of their bench players. And the buzzer sounds here today. East Knox, they get a nice win here in the KMAC, 42-25 over Mount Gilead.
Great road win.
We'll take a quick break. We'll sum up some numbers, give you those, and talk to our MVP tonight, which I'm going to say right now is Melina Strebe, live and free on the OH Report.
Hi, I'm Joe Baylog. Tune into the Joe Show every Wednesday night here on the OH Report.
At the Killbuck Savings Bank, you can expect great products and service from a fellow Knox County Chamber member. Now offering premier card processing solutions and services, ensuring the business owners understand their credit card processing fees. We have a wide selection of card processing solutions that provide lower fees, faster payment, additional security, exceptional marketing features, and help to improve your business operations and customer experience.
At Knox Community Hospital, your primary care physician is more than someone who delivers your test results, more than someone who writes prescriptions, more than someone who listens to your heart. We are your healthcare partner who takes the time to know you, listen to your concerns, and provide you with expert personalized care to make and keep you well. Because to us, you're more than just numbers on a chart. You're a neighbor and a friend. Knox Community Hospital, in the community, for the community.
Time now for your Spherion Mid-Ohio MVP. We've got East Knox with us, and they get the win tonight with Melina Strebe leading the way with 14 points. Congrats on the win. You and Cray were talking here before we went up just about your defense because it was impressive today. First half, I feel like every time Mount Gilead got into the paint, it just turned into chaos because you were able to collapse in on them. So, and then you threw some 1-3-1 in the second half. Talk about how your defense has been able to kind of propel you, not just to today's win, but some of your other wins earlier on in the year.
Yeah, so last season we really, our man-to-man was really good. And we wanted to throw something else at the KMAC teams to switch it up a little bit. And we've been working on our 1-3-1. And it's been working for us, so we decided that that's what we were going to do today.
Yeah, so it was 11-11 at the end of the first quarter, and then at one point I saw 40-19. So it's just a big jump for you guys. Yeah. Second quarter, what do you think changed?
We were running the floor more, and our defense, that 1-3 run really shut them down, and our steals, and just everybody played together as a team, and it was just what we needed to do.
And then for you, offensively, I think it was the third quarter that kind of jumped out for you.
Yes.
Is there anything said at the locker rooms in halftime, maybe a way to kind of break that defense, and you just took it to heart?
Yeah, we just really needed to go at them. We needed to get that lead in front of Mount Gilead, and that's just what we needed to do.
Well, you guys are improving significantly since last year. This is your second KMAC win, a good mark for you guys, and you get up to 3-4. So, what do you think is? Just give me some shout-outs to some of your players. Who's helping out and getting some better wins this year?
I'd like to shout out Ava. She's new to our team, but she's been really, she's helped our team a lot. Izzy especially. Just everybody has been doing amazing. We've all been playing together, just the whole team.
All right, well, congrats on the win, and I know you're done with games before Christmas. Yes. So what's a good Christmas tradition for you?
Well, we're going to have our little party at our coach's house tomorrow, so that'll be fun.
I saw that Mount Gilead's coach had the Grinch costume on. Did Mandy think about anything today? Coach Todd?
Yeah, she wore her Christmas sweater, and they were trying to get the other coaches to do it, but they didn't. So
we'll have to zoom in on that after this interview. But
yes.
Yeah, so congrats to you on the win.
Thank you so
safe
much.
Travels home, and have a Merry Christmas.
Thanks, you too.
At the Killbuck Savings Bank, you can expect great products and service from a fellow Knox County Chamber member. Now offering premier card processing solutions and services, ensuring the business owners understand their credit card processing fees. We have a wide selection of card processing solutions that provide lower fees, faster payment, additional security, exceptional marketing features, and help to improve your business operations and customer experience.
Time for your OH Report post-game show as we wrap up from Mount Gilead High School, and East Knox gets a solid road win. They take down the Lady Indians, and your final score today is 42-25. Jonathan Langdon alongside Trey Faldy. Our camera operator is Oliver Kramer, getting you this shot of Coach Mandy Todd. We talked to Melina Strebe in the MVP interview, and she said that she had a Christmas sweater on, and of course, right as we bring it up, she turns around. There she is, gangsta. Nice little Christmas sweater. Coach Vucevic had the Grinch costume on, and both of these teams going into Christmas, one team with a win, the other side with some things to work on a 4-game losing streak.
Right. You got to look back at the positives. How did you start the season? What were we doing? I know the schedule got a lot more difficult, and that could be the cause of it, obviously. But what are we doing that's different from what we were doing the first 3 or 4 games of the year? How can we get back to that and just build confidence? Just got to come out start of the next year, get that first win and get that momentum back. I think they're good enough to stay in the top half of the conference, or at least in the middle.
And if you're just joining us and missed the game, I think the rebound numbers tell you what happened here tonight. Just a lot of missed shots for Mount Gilead. And you could say for East Knox too, but they were able to get some offensive rebounds, and that was what helped them get some extra buckets.
Yeah, neither team was shooting the ball very well at all. East Knox 16 for 56, but Mount Gilead was only 9 of 47, 2 of 16 from the threes. But the rebounds, amazing difference. 44 for East Knox, only 22 for Mount Gilead. So the rebound is big story of the game, but I think even more importantly it was East Knox. Even though they didn't shoot well, their defense in the first half, man-to-man, was outstanding. And then they came out in the second half and played literally 1-3-1 half-court trap, and it worked even better than the man-to-man. Very impressive how they can switch from one to another. Going to help them against the better teams. And I can just imagine that 1-3-1 with Opfer when she comes back from injury here in a couple weeks.
I want to wish a Merry Christmas to you and you over here, Oliver and Cray. And then also Merry Christmas to Mount Gilead Nation and East Knox Nation. You're done until the 28th. So East Knox, their next game will be against Genoa Christian Academy. That'll be a 2:30 start on a Saturday. And then next Saturday also, Mount Gilead will play Tree of Life Christian at 1 o'clock. So these two teams take a little bit of a break. Of course, you're going to have practice in there. Got to have practice, especially get some shots up after tonight. But just what, from you, coaching perspective, what was Christmas week like, coaching the team and getting well-deserved break, but also getting right back to it afterwards?
Well, from a coaching perspective, to be honest with you, Christmas week is a very difficult week because you don't have the kids in the gym as many hours as you need them to be.
Yeah.
And you're just getting your season started. And unfortunately, if you have a lot of momentum going, and then all of a sudden you have to have these breaks, it's very difficult. But family's always more important.
Yep.
You know, school's more important. But from a coaching perspective, you try to sneak in as many hours as you can, even on a volunteer basis. A lot of kids will leave the area, and maybe some other kids, if they're local, maybe they come in to shoot, do a shoot around or something. So I always thought it was a difficult time because, especially when you had momentum, so sneak in as many hours as you can, and but at the same time, maybe give the kids a little bit of a break when they do come in and have a little bit more fun.
And I think something that's kind of changed that over the years, obviously you see these matchups, and I don't think that it applies what I'm about to say, but say like a Richland County game, you're starting to get like a Mansfield Senior and Lexington sort of matchup on a weekend of Christmas to kind of keep the kids around.
Yes. Not having to travel is a big point. I think that's a really good keep, not only with the commissioners of the conferences, but with the athletic directors, to make sure that travel time is limited over the holiday period. It's a great point. And Merry Christmas to you, by the way, Jonathan.
Yeah, thank you. So thank you, and thank you to you as well at home watching us, and wish you a very Merry Christmas. Jonathan Langdon, Cray Faldy, Oliver Kramer, signing off with the OH Report, your sponsors for tonight's coverage. Scrolling through your screen one final time. So with that, we will say again, Merry Christmas, have a good night. We'll see you next time on the OH Report.